Sri Aurobindo tells us that the main idea in his yoga is to constantly remember that all is the divine. The mother tells us never fear anything because everything is me wearing a silly mask. Never revolt against anything because even what you're angry at is only me with a mask. So to constantly remember this. And the second object of our memory, Smaran, is the faith that every movement of my life is chiseled by the divine Shakti, especially once I've surrendered to her. So whatever she brings my way, instead of revolting against it or fearing it, I will just be quiet and I will surrender to it, or at least make my attempts to surrender. Apart from this remembrance, Sri Aurobindo's main thrust is a divine life in a divine body, to make our earth living as perfect as the perfection in our spirit is. And this is only possible when we invite the Mother, the Shakti, to invade us in the parts of our lower nature also and transform them. So in every little thing we do, if we invite the Mother to do it through us, it's magical how our life can change. Instead of making egoistic ambition the driving force, for example, when I walk or exercise, I do it sometimes out of physical vanity. I want to look good. Nothing wrong with that. But how much richer the experience becomes if before exercising or before walking, I offer my mind and body to the Mother. You use these as your instruments of doing. And if something magical happens at the end of it, not to feel chaffed that, wow, I did so well. Yes, I can feel I did so well. But on the heels of it, the remembrance that Mother did it through me. She played the music. I was only the flute in her hands. So to live my life constantly inviting her into every moment and movement of my doing. Before I study, to invite her, Mother, study through me. Before I work, to invite her, Mother, work through me. And then again there was a question that will it really happen? It will happen to the extent that I have faith that she will do it. Sometimes I may just say it, but a large part of my mind is thinking this can't really happen. And as the Gita says, Yoya Shraddha Sa Eva Sa. Whatever is your faith will be your reality. If I really do it even as an experiment with complete faith, that whatever my limitations, I'm going to invite you, Mother, to use me with all my defects and all my faults. And I do it with that faith. I'll be quite amazed at the outcome that often comes to me. So to live life constantly poised in the background remembrance that all is the Mother, all my doing, all my living offered to her transforming alchemist hands, because in ordinary life, even in ordinary life, when water flows through a tap, the tap also gets cleansed. When I do allowing her to flow through me, the very doing is transformative for me. So throughout the week, let me experiment with this. Let me not take it on belief. Let me make my own experiments with the magic that Mother is, and let me believe according to the results of that experiment.